how to stop caring what other people are thinking about you. And first of all, you don't really stop caring, because look at it from an evolutionary perspective. It was always important to check what your friends are thinking about you, even strangers, because they might become friends or enemies. So you want to take into account what others think about you. But here we're talking about this overly thinking about it, being cautious and being so anxious about this, not being authentic, because you're always in this game, oh, what if I do that? Like, what would people think about me? Oh, I'm not sure whether I should do this, I'm afraid. This is what we're talking here. And to understand that, how you can change that, you have to understand what is behind this fear, behind this overly thinking what others think about me. What is behind there? And behind that is a not 100% healthy self-esteem, self-worth. If you would truly 100% feel like, hey, I have 100% control over my feelings, I feel like I'm worthy, I feel like I'm good enough, and yes, maybe I messed up this presentation here or I did this awkward thing here, but I know that I'm good enough. You would not overly think about and care about what other people think about you. In German, there is a beautiful, in Germany, they have a beautiful word for self-esteem. It's called Selbstwertgefühl. It means self-worth feeling. So you have the feeling that you yourself are worthy. And you want to create this. By having this self-worth, you don't care so much what other people think about you in an unhealthy degree. Now, how do you get this? Well, the thing is, by now, you have subconscious rules what you base the self-esteem on. So for example, oh, if I mess this up tonight with this girl or guy, if he or she is not liking me, damn it, then I feel like I'm not good enough. If I mess up this presentation, damn it, then I don't feel good enough. I want to make this perfect. If I mess up this examination here, I don't feel good enough. And with those sub or implicit rules, there's always the locus of control externally. You don't have 100% control over how good you perform, how much people approve you, how well you're doing here and there. You just don't. And you want to identify those rules. You can. They're kind of subconscious, but you can think about it. When do you so much care about what other people think about you? And what rule do you have there? What needs to happen so you're not worthy? Oh, okay. And here the locus of control is outside. It's not 100% me that can decide on that. And I want to change that rule to something where you have the locus of control within. Let me give you an example with this YouTube channel here. I'm not saying that I'm giving always perfect content and it's amazing and everything is right. And if this is not happening, then I'm wrong and I'm not perfect. No. But I'm telling you, I'm the one who's caring the most about this YouTube channel. I'm the one who's really caring about giving you the most important and best insights. And I want to improve, I want to learn from mistakes. And this is what is truly right. I can look in the mirror, I can look in the camera and say that, and I mean it. And nobody can take this away from me. Even if I give a crappy video and I upload it and afterwards realize that, I was still trying to give my best. And nobody can take this away from me. And if I base my self-esteem on that, then I feel good enough. Because it's true. And it's just an inner attitude and I have control over that. And I can just decide to be like that. And then my self-esteem is there. And then I don't care so much if other people criticize me. It's like, hey, you're saying bullshit here. Because I'm like, yeah, I knew that I'm not perfect. Thank you for actually pointing this out. Let me see where the mistake is so I can improve because I care the most. And this is what you want to imply in your life and anything that you're doing in relationships, with friends, with your career or presentations you give or whatever, right? You don't want to base it so much on outside things. If I look backwards because I realized, hey, I have a healthy self-esteem to a certain degree, I was thinking, hey, where is it coming from? And I have to admit that to a certain degree, it actually also came from outside. Because I started studying psychology abroad and I get great feedback from my friends and be like, hey, wow, you're studying psychology abroad, this is amazing. And I also felt like, hey, I'm successful, I did a good job, I had good grades. And based on that, because psychology was my thing, It was my identity. I'm the psychologist. I'm the one who studied psychology. Though during my studies, it was actually a risky endeavor looking backwards. Because what if I studied that and realized, oh, it's not my thing? Or if I'm not a good student, then suddenly my self-worth would be bad, because if the psychologist is not doing a good job, then I am not doing a good job, so I am not good enough. It was very much connected to that. I realized that now looking backwards, it was risky. It worked, getting outside approval is still working. But now I'm shifting it a little bit more. Yes, I'm proud what I did and that I studied psychology. It's really my dream that I studied that, and that's amazing. But now I shifted a little bit away from my performance, more into what I just said. Hey, I care about it, and this is my attitude. By the way, you want to use this approach also if you set goals. Don't set so much output goals and performance goals. I want to read 10 pages today. More have input goals. Like, hey, I read today for half an hour. I have power over that. I can do this. Not sure how tricky this book is, and maybe I'm just reading 5 pages, but I know that I can put this input in there independent of the output. Gives you more motivation, you feel better, you actually perform even better, right? So define your rules. What kind of rules do you have? Again, if a situation is coming up which is emotionally, and you realize, oh, I care so much what other people think about me, great. Analyze that. What is happening here? What are my rules behind? And how can I change this locus of control from outside to within? What can I try? What can I do which is independent of others? And then you will realize, hey, I'm good enough as I am. And then you will realize that you only care to a certain and healthy degree what other people think about you. It will be always part of it. Will be always a little bit afraid, but based on the self-esteem, it's definitely getting better, and you will have the courage to take action. Because if you know, hey, I'm not disrespecting anybody, I'm just trying to be authentic and giving my best here, living my good life, this is what I'm centering my self-esteem around, will be much more healthy. You grow as a human being. This is personal development. And then as a result, like as a symptom, you also stop caring so much what other people think about you. It's just one of those steps, right? I hope this video helped you. Check out my YouTube channel, subscribe to this YouTube channel, give a thumb up. You can also hit me up. I'm a coach, right? I'm a psychologist. I study psychology and I coach people. I change their behavior and their thinking. So you can have also a free call here with me. And otherwise, just leave some comments below. What are your rules? How did you change them up? What helped you? What other videos helped you? What other resources helped you? How did you improve? Or where did you struggle? Really, I want to interact with you guys. And yeah, have a good day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.